One senior member in Congress faces a new opponent. Hear which Fayetteville resident announced their run for the seat.
One woman is paving the way for the disabled community. What the city is doing to make a difference.
The largest parking lot on Dixon Street is closing. Find out what soon will replace this area. UATV starts right now. Welcome to this Tuesday edition of UATV News. I'm Ani Olivas.
And I'm Gigi Kramer. Thanks for joining us. The 25th annual Arkansas poll came out Monday. The poll revealed voters placed concern on the economy, education, and elected officials across the state in the past year. The economy dropped 3 points. After securing a job on campus, one student finally found a way to make ends meet.
To get an apartment. We're about to sign the lease here in a couple days. That's something I would not have been able to do in the past year or so.
The poll asked participants about topics ranging from politics to mental health concerns in the state. Janine Perry, director of the poll, conducted her research from October 4th until October 22nd. Those interested can access the poll through the Arkansas Poll webpage.
On top of the economy, the poll reported Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders' rating sitting at 48%. Governor Sanders received the lowest ranking for a governor in the last 20 years. While only at 48%, Sanders' approval still sits higher compared to Senator Tom Cotton at 42% and Senator John Bozeman at 40%. In a statement, Sanders said she remains proud of her leadership in the last 10 months.
This past week, Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders announced a new facility will come to East Camden, Arkansas. Raytheon Raphael will produce the Tamir missile for Israel's Iron Dome defense system and across defense systems in the U.S. Beyond production, this will increase jobs in the defense industry with the ongoing conflict. Sanders says she still stands with Israel.
It is very important for the United States and our leadership to be very public, and they have been and continue to be public in our support for Israel.
On top of the economic growth this project can help bring the state, Arkansas will provide aid for the state of Israel.
A local organization raises money for children in Gaza. NWA Palestine started raising money for the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. The fund aims to provide urgent care for children who are impacted by the crisis overseas. This Sunday, NWA Palestine will host a march through Dixon.
One Fayetteville woman launched her run for next year's congressional race. Caitlin Draper works as a social worker in NWA. She announced her campaign for the 3rd Congressional District Representative last Tuesday. Draper plans to run as the Democrat opponent against the current Republican Representative Steve Womack. Womack announced his run for re-election in September.
As of today, a seat in the Fayetteville City Council remains open. In June, one member of City Council resigned and Fayetteville aims to fill their spot. Currently, 4 different candidates will run for the position. For those interested in voting, a special election will take place November 14th to fill her spot.
One local veteran is voicing her concern for the disabled community's mobility safety. Her and the city of Fayetteville are working to make travel safer. UATV's Drew Chamberlain is live with more.
The city of Fayetteville, after an overwhelming response from the public, decided to focus on developing slower, safer roads. One community member decided to help contribute to making that difference.
Not bad, huh?
Local resident Kay Kitterman is voicing her concern for the disabled community and changes that can be made to crosswalks, sidewalks, and other public routes.
I have almost been hit 7 times now in a crosswalk on my street. I can't even imagine if I went out to anywhere else, how dangerous it would be.
Kitterman's concerns didn't go unheard. She now serves as the Americans with Disabilities Act representative for the Active Transportation Advisory Committee.
And I know that we can improve this transportation. I think it's making some difference if it helps one person.
Kitterman and the city are actively working on the mobility plan. One of the focuses is slowing down speed limits.
Just that difference between 20 to 25 miles an hour actually decreases the mortality rate of a pedestrian-involved crash by half. So you're twice as likely to get killed if you're hit by a car going 25 as you are at 20.
For most, a task like crossing the street isn't much of a challenge. But for Kay Kitterman, if drivers aren't paying attention, it could literally cost her her life. Her experiences are what shaped her desire to make a difference.
I needed something to anchor me to my community, to feel useful again. So I knew that transportation is a huge issue for me.
Kitterman's determined to keep fighting for accessibility, and nothing is stopping her.
You knock me down, baby, it may take me a while, but sheer stubbornness, I just come right back up.
The city's mobility plan also makes sure that roads are in good condition before investing in brand new projects. Kay Kitterman said she would love to continue as the ADA representative after her term ends in March. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Drew Chamberlain.
The city's mobility plan will continue to develop until its projected completion date in 2030.
Parking on Dixon is getting ready to make a change. About a week ago, crews put up fencing around the biggest parking lot downtown. UATV's Taylor Sheffield joins us live with more.
I'm standing here outside the Dixon Street parking lot that will soon be replaced by a public park. Construction is taking place to aware people of the upcoming closure. The parking lot on the corner of Dixon and West Avenue will soon be removed. This reconstruction is the next phase of the Ramble. A new parking deck will soon open across the street and will fill the void for public parking. The city voted on this cultural arts corridor project in 2019 to be approved, and many are excited for the upcoming reconstruction.
I think there's a lot of excitement in the community around having this gathering place centralized in our downtown to really serve as a catalyst.
Clay says there won't be any loss in the net effect of parking, and there will be more spaces in this parking deck. As this lot closes, it allows the corridor project to continue its phase with building a civic plaza, a community gathering place, and a hotel. Clay says that this parking lot will not close until this deck right behind me opens up. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Taylor Sheffield.
Thanks, Taylor. The parking rates for the deck will slightly go up.
Advises trick-or-treaters to stay safe this Halloween. The FPD released a few tips to help people going out tonight. They recommend keeping a flashlight on you and to utilize the buddy system to stay safe. Most importantly, they want you to be aware and pay attention to your surroundings.
Trick or Treat on the Trail will take place at the Lower Ramble tonight from 5 to 7 p.m. You can get treats along the trail from across the Fayetteville Public Library, the police and fire departments, along with other city staff. We'll hand out treats for those interested. You can find parking in the lot south of the library.
Today through Friday, the U of A campus community celebrates Dia de los Muertos at the International Collections Lounge. Those interested can join in on creating potted plants in skull-shaped ceramics or may attend a fashion show featuring designer Ruli Torres. The Multicultural Center encourages attendees to come in Katrina face paint.
A well-known author comes to the area, where you can see him in Fayetteville.
A brand new clinic that's located right here in Fayetteville is aimed at fighting the opioid epidemic. Find out how coming up next on UATV.
With 358 annual opioid overdoses occurring in the state of Arkansas, the epidemic is real. However, a new local clinic is here to help. UATV's Grant Smithson is live with the story.
Fayetteville residents now have a direct helpline to fighting addiction. Ideal Option wants you to know that they're here for you. Ideal Option has helped just over 70,000 patients in 11 states since 2012, focused on helping patients with addiction, specifically drugs such as opioids, methamphetamine, fentanyl, and even alcohol. Being that their newest location is here in Fayetteville, Ideal Option wants all university students to know that their door is always open.
So we want to be that person that if you are a college student, again, you need to understand that there's hope, that there's resources, and there's things that we can do to meet you where you're at, like I said, and get you to a better place, help you overcome that addiction and get back on the road to recovery and back onto your career. So.
making it easy on the community. Ideal Option has a state grant to help anyone without insurance get the proper treatment they need. So no matter what your situation may be, Ideal Option just wants to help the members of this community that are hurting the most. Don't let anything get in your way. Help your community by helping yourself. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Grant Smithson.
Thanks, Grant. Ideal Option is located on Northeast Avenue, right off of Dixon Street.
One best-selling author and YouTuber makes his way to Fayetteville. John Green wrote The Fault in Our Stars and created the Crash Course YouTube channel. The Distinguished Lectures Committee invited Green to speak at the Fayetteville Town Center. The event will take place on November 9th at 7 p.m.
Local nonprofit aims to fight food insecurity. How one farm teaches people the importance of healthy foods.
U of A students put the finishing touches on a party centered around corn.
Analyzing the moon dome and the treehouse, a lot of painting, a lot of little tasks.
How the event aims to benefit the community.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
We all know what it's like to feel alone. But it just takes one new connection. Want to get out of here? To empower many.
This is unbelievable.
It doesn't take a superhero to bring forces together. We all have the power to reach out.
Let's go!
And help someone feel like they belong.
Pretty cool, huh?
We are stronger together.
When people are fed, futures are nourished. They can connect with the world around them, unlock endless possibilities, and thrive. Join the movement to end hunger. Volunteer. Advocate. Donate. Go to feedingamerica.org/actnow.
For those living below the poverty line, having healthy food options every day may be difficult. However, one Fayetteville organization is committed to closing that gap. UATV's Chandler Nichols joins us live.
All across the country, grocery prices are going up, making it hard for people to get healthy food items. However, one local farm is teaching people other ways to get those healthy options.
The Tricycle Farm is a nonprofit organization that plants and grows its own food and flowers. They partner with local stores to teach volunteers and visiting groups the importance of having healthier options and ways to help fight the battle of food insecurity in not just Northwest Arkansas, but in an entire state. The farm founder, Don Bennett, was inspired to change circumstances after discovering his friend had no food.
And she told me that she had 2 jobs, was looking for a third, and didn't know what she was going to eat the following week.
Arkansas ranks near the bottom in almost every category when it comes to food habits, with 1 in 4 children being food insecure. 30% of college students also struggle with this, and 60% of all residents as a whole don't have food. Arkansas residents also rank top 10 in diabetes and obesity, and a lot of these problems come down to not having access to food options.
I felt like that had a lot to do with our disconnect to growing our own food and owning a piece of our own food economy.
Bennett and Assistant Director Emily Beaver understand the importance of trust in order to encourage people to live a healthy lifestyle.
The most of the time it's just through community engagement and community connection. Like, we meet people when we're out in the world, out in the field.
Partnering with local companies and receiving grants allows the farm to reach people from all over the area. Don says donating and volunteering on the farm is helpful to not only those in need, but helps people understand others.
Change their path and recognize that we have a lot of neighbors that are struggling, need help, and that they become part of that solution.
Mr. Bennett and Emily go on to say that one small gesture can go a long way in making a huge difference. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Chandler Nichols.
Tricycle is hosting a chicken watch event next week.
And one group takes fall festivities to the cornfields this week. Party Loading, an organization founded by 2 U of A students, will host their 2nd annual corn party this weekend. Cooper Clark, co-founder and student, says the party was planned with the NWA community in mind.
Party 2 is an event by students for students to support the NWA Food Bank and show off local artists and local businesses.
The party will start Friday at 6 p.m. featuring many artists and local vendors. Early bird tickets are $8 and can be purchased on the Party Loading Instagram.
Tonight, I'm talking changes in football leadership, and soccer is wrapping up their season while basketball is just getting theirs started. UATV Sports coming up after the break. UATV Sports. We have lots to talk about today, so without any further ado, let's dive in. It's no doubt that our Razorbacks have had their struggles on the football field, but let it be known that Sam Pittman and the Hogs are far from hanging up the towel. Pittman has been constantly making changes trying to get the wheels on this team rolling. With the recent let-go of former offensive coordinator Dan Enos, Pittman has stated that he has full confidence in Kenny Guyton to take the driver's seat in this offense. Guyton has been the wide receivers coach for the Razorbacks the last 3 seasons. Before coming to Fayetteville, Guyton built up his resume with coaching jobs at Houston, Louisiana Tech, and Colorado State. Not to mention, Guyton played quarterback at Ohio State back in his college days. Pittman stated that not only does he believe that Guyton can get the job done, but the players and Guyton himself believe he is ready to take on this opportunity head on. We'll take our first look at Guyton's offense this Saturday when the Hogs head down to the swamp to play the Florida Gators. After coming off of a much-needed bye week, the Hogs look to shake off the rust and show fans some good old classic Hog ball. Crossing over to the Razorback men's basketball squad, the Hogs are showing us no signs of slowing down from last season. The Razorbacks defeated the number 3 Purdue Boilermakers in a charity exhibition match last Saturday. The Razorbacks shot an impressive 55% from the field, leading them to score 81 points. Tied for leading scorer, Trayvon Brazil reminded us how important he is to this team. Last season, Brazil went down with an ACL injury only 9 games into the season. Before the injury, Brazil was averaging around 12 points a game and shot almost 50% from the field. There is no doubt that Coach Muss and the rest of the team are happy that one of their most dominant forces is back on the court. The Hogs face their regular season opponent this upcoming Monday. They'll take on Alcorn State at our very own Bud Walton Arena at 7 p.m. With what looks to be a scary team to face, Coach Muss and the Razorbacks look to be a top dog in the college basketball world this season. That's all we got for you guys today. Thanks for tuning into UATV Sports. Check back tomorrow for more Razorback sports news. See you guys next time. Go Hogs.
The current temperature in Fayetteville dropped to 40 degrees. Temperatures will continue to lower to below 30 degrees tonight.
Fayetteville will experience a high temperature tomorrow of 51 degrees, a slight increase from the past few days of frigid temperatures below 30 degrees.
Tonight, locals across northwest Arkansas can find a number of ways to celebrate Halloween, from decorated houses, trick-or-treating, or a trunk-or-treat special at Farmland Adventures, leaving locals with plenty of options.
And even different businesses across the nation can help get in the spirit. McDonald's offers Boo Baskets for purchase, and Sonic offers 50-cent corn dogs on Halloween.
What are you doing for Halloween?
Personally, I'm going to go home, watch The Great Pumpkin, have a very relaxed night. What about you, Ani?
That's basically what I'm doing, dude. That's all we have that's all we have time for. We have for tonight's edition of You. Be sure to follow us on social media. I'm Ani Olivas.
And I'm Gigi Kramer. Happy Halloween, Fayetteville.